Okay, here I am. Yeah, I mean, it still takes 15 to 20 minutes to set up, and I don't know. That's why I was starting to stream 30 minutes before, and then I know that there's a possibility I could start by I could have something to watch, some video, maybe my old updates or something. Maybe I could do something that says previously. That might be a deal. That's not a bad idea, actually. I could just go into one of my previous streams and I could put previously. I might start doing that. Um, it means I can actually have the live stream on 30 minutes before, and then while that's going on, I can yeah, I might do that. Might do that. We'll see. Anyways, okay. So I got pretty much what I wanted done. I believe this here is the let's see, visuals container. Actually, let's do something here. Bound visual, we don't care about that, but let's go ahead and let's shrink the containers. So the doors, door visuals container. Oh, there's no doors on that one, that's why. Lines container. So, door visuals, lines container. Door visuals, inbound visuals. Now, supposedly each one of these lines are locked, and but I don't get like a lot. Oh no, the lock thing is up there. Probably because the lines kind of go off in the distance. I guess I don't know. I don't know why the lock isn't down here somewhere instead of up there, but it's fine. It's fine, I guess. That's actually a thing I'm gonna try to address today. Is it's pretty much working the way I want it, and so today I'm not gonna get like a whole lot done, but at the same time I wanted to make sure that here, let's try location. um okay, that's the lines container apparently. Now if I open this up and here, I think I kind of see what the deal is here. All of the wait, which one is this? Okay. Okay, that must be the door container, right? Door container, door visuals. So, oops. Oh, that's on the wrong one. This one. Yeah. So, um, Well, I'm pretty much mostly happy about this, the way this works, sort of. I'm wondering if there isn't a way uh, to extend the container's size. The container might not have a size, but if it does, then maybe I can push all those locks out to the side. And the same thing with the lines. All the lines locks and the okay, that's an idea though. That's a thought here. Let's uh let's remove the lock there for the lines container, and then let's devisualize all of these. See, so they're all the fact that they're all locked though, which is good. See, now I can move the lines container. Save scene. Okay. I don't care where these are at. This is fine. Okay. Anyways, it's kind of okay. Do kind of wonder. And they do stop at a certain point. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get Grok to help me with this maybe a little bit here. See, these are 3 lines. It's actually 2 lines, and then this would have been a third line. It's just it doesn't have a let me see something here. Let's go down to home here. So he does have a lines container because it has a door to a room. So that's the reason why it's there and it's cut off. Because the last room would actually have no doors, and so it shouldn't have that there. But the only reason it does is because there's actually more rooms. I'm just stopping the loading of it. Or just because there's a door on there's a door on the bottom that's going to have a deal there, which is fine. It's not drawing the line to anywhere because there's no destination to do it to right this second. But there is a destination, but it's not in the scene tree. So okay, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not exactly what I want to do either. Uh, that there we go. Okay, now what I want to do is new window. Shrink it down. Shrink it sideways. Shrink it down again. Move it down. Shrink it down. Move it down. Uh, I won't necessarily stop using Grok, but um, since I no longer have premium, or at least as of a couple days from now, I won't have premium. I'll be starting to use other AIs more now. Okay, Friday, May 9th, 2025. Pardon me. Got water now. Okay, so the thing about the block icons that all the lines and the lines containers block icons are in the same place. So at least it's not as cluttered as it could be. I'm wondering, don't offer any code just yet. I just want to know the feasibility. If node 2D like has a size, because there's a slight possibility to resize the container for the lines and indeed, okay. If node 2Ds have a size, in the same place in the 2D viewport, which is less cluttered than better manage their visual property. Yeah. A node doesn't have an inherent size property like UI nodes. Node 2D is a base class for 2D nodes and permanently defines a position and rotation and scale in 2D space. That isn't explicitly defined because it's meant to be generic 2D transform node, not a visual element. Draw something using draw as custom line 2D does with draw line, but this doesn't define a clickable or bounding area. A child nodes that define a size. Node's position and a clickable area for playing node 2D. The clickable area is just a small point at its position. Custom line 2D, we added an area 2D with a collision shape 2D to make the line selectable. But the lock that makes the clickable area isn't currently used for manipulation. Lock icon position. Lock icons viewports are displayed at the node's position. Both lines container and custom line 2D nodes, their position is 0, relative to their parent source room for the lines container and lines container for the custom line 2D nodes, where the block icons are stacked at the source room's position. What about the container nodes? Is there a way to enlarge those? provide me code. I should have said, please no code still. Size and control nodes. Unlike just size. This defines the node's dimensions in 2D viewport. Which affects its layout. Size is determined by its children. Yeah. Panel width. Meaning the container's width matches the panel's width. Estimated pixels. Color children, each representing a door, are likely 20 by 20 pixels based on earlier law. Rotation. Oh, inside the children. There are no children. Containers might still take up space in the viewport due to custom. That's fine. Your background. Let's get the container. Code actually moves. Maybe it doesn't remove it. I think the code is supposed to remove container if there are no nodes inside. At least that was my original intent. And by removing and recreating, it means if there are no doors or inbounds, they don't get recreated. Which is fine. My idea is to maybe enlarge the containers to be wider than the panels, but then offset the children to match up. To fit the panel like it exists now. Is that possible? Okay, yet. Okay. Just seeing if I can address this thing about the about the lock deal he's being, you know, One of them was the containers. Containers seems like it's an easier way to do that because I can just if I can move them over, if there's a way to move them over, then the lock icon can actually remain outside of the panel, and that way it's not going to clutter anything up. I mean, other than when you overlap nodes, there might be some cover up there, but you're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to purposely not overlap nodes while I'm laying them out. Let's break down and confirm the current behavior and explore your idea. Goes to remove the door visuals container if they have no children. By removing them, recreating them each time runs, they shouldn't be recreated if there are no doors or inbounds. Likely implementation. Your room G script functions like probably follow pattern similar. They likely. See, the thing that gets me is it says they likely, and I thought, oh, maybe I didn't upload the source files to this. I thought I at least uploaded one of them, but maybe I didn't. No children containers are recreated. Right. Enlarge if I increase this custom minimum size X to be wider. You could set the containers width to be 684 pixels. I didn't think about it. I could do it as much as the margin. So if I widen them, and then I increase the margins. Okay. I thought that probably didn't in its entirety. I'll do that in a moment. Currently, there is a left and right margin on the door visuals. So we could just enlarge the whole container. We just widen the container and I'll just tweak the margins to make sure that all the nodes are in the right place. This way, the lock icon will actually sit outside the panel and not clutter it up. At least until a certain zoom out factor is hit. Hold on, just a second. Oh, evening, Rook. Uh, I noticed you in the chat there, so yep, I can say that in IRC too, though. Even or for me, afternoon, just afternoon. Oh, whoops. Okay. Ugh. Yep. Increase custom minimum size of the HBox water. Appears the lock icons for the containers are at the left or on the left side, probably due to some alignment flag or something. Here, let me post the code. Give me a few moments. Okay, let's go to the script files. Let's go to maybe I should just go ahead and well, I'll just do it. Door room and editor map. Core.gd b enter enter select all. Actually, let's not select all just yet. Let's go all the way down here and hold 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think that's it. Yep, update draw lines. C, B, enter, enter map.gd, enter, go to the editor map. Select all. Control C. Control V. Please acknowledge when you analyze it. Don't need any extra advice with right at this moment. There we go. Okay. Now my mic is on, right? Yes, mic is on. Good. And maybe I should give it a current screenshot too. So let's go to 2D. Okay, screenshot time. Action. Take screenshot. Copy to clipboard. How about a screenshot? We notice it's putting it at origin at 0, 0, so it's not the middle of it. It's actually to the left of it, is what I think. But notice how incoming links the lock icon to the left, even, and the same with the doors. And then if you see the lock icon in the center just below the separator line, these are both the lines container and all the lines. Having them in the same position is just fine, but eventually I'm going to want to see if I can move them up, but still have the lines drawn at the same position. Please acknowledge. Okay. So the actually let me look at, because I might be able to do that myself here as far as the containers. So let's go to update your visuals. Huh. It's not even being called in here. That's interesting. Because that was set up visuals. That's anyways, that's kind of interesting. Um, there's one thing I might have forgot. I might have forgot to door 5 new location, map, custom line, room. Lines going in the correct position and blocked to prevent manipulation. Okay, commit, push origin. Okay. New HBox container, panel width, panel size, custom minimum size, panel width. Total width equals panel width minus 2 times margin. Node width, gaps, separation. Okay. Width with margins. So panel that size X. So as you can see in the starting with the comment, finds panel width and then the margins and everything. I should just be able to increase the panel width size and then increase margins to make sure they're still in the correct place. Correct? Just answer the question. For code. Okay. You're correct. You can increase the panel width size used to set custom to make the container wider, then increase the margin value to ensure the color remain positioned within the original panel width. This will shift the lock icon outside. Okay, I'm going to try this on my own, and I'll be back to tell you if it turned out okay. Just a moment. So, let's do something here. Panel width plus equals 3. So, increased so the lock icon moves to the side. And I won't worry about the margins. I'll just look at the width, and we're in update George visual, so let's see what happens when I reload save scene. And the line should still draw properly depending on where the actual color recs are. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Well, it's interesting the lines don't move with it because it's supposed to be taking the points from there, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not actually taking it from the door positions. So let's do this differently. Let's make this 80. I don't care how long it does it or how far it does it. Reload save scene. I have to do the same thing with the door lines because what it's using the same kind of positioning, isn't it? Okay, let's take another screenshot. So take screenshot. Copy clipboard. Okay. Here's the deal. Apparently, the lines aren't moving with the door visuals. So I'm guessing in update door line, we're just using a similar positioning to the door visuals rather than the door visuals themselves. I would have thought reloading would make the lines change their start positions. Any ideas why they're not? Is it what I just said, where the lines aren't really taking the door nodes as starting positions? Yeah, I'm sleepy. I don't know why I'm sleepy. Maybe. Okay, so my normal sleep, and this would have been years ago because now I've screwed up my sleep schedule so much that it's not no longer that. But what I should be doing is I should be going and doing 8 hours where I sleep 7.5 hours because it takes me half an hour to get to sleep. So that's the standard 8 hour deal. I go to bed at midnight. I wake up at 6:30, and I can usually function okay on that. But for some reason, lately I've just been tired, straight up tired, and my normal time would have been 10:30 to 6:30 because that would have been 8 hours, right? So right now, instead of just doing a weird sleep schedule, I'm trying to make sure that I go to bed at midnight or by midnight, and but now I seem to just be getting sleepy. Just it doesn't matter if I even if I sleep the whole 6 hours, which I did last night. I did wake up a couple of times though, so there's that. But most part, I shouldn't be that sleepy this morning. I don't know why, but whatever. I put a lot of stuff on here, didn't it? Art move then adjust the position of the door. After you widen the container and tweak the margins, I'll break down the issue and explain why the line start position are updating as expected. You expect to update door lines aren't using the actual positions as their start position, but rather some position calculation that mirrors how the door visuals are laid out. This is correct. I'll explain why. Update door lines. The start position of each line is calculated based on the panel's position and size, not the actual positions of the color rect nodes. Um, okay. Base start position. The initial start position is set relative to the panels, bottom center, which is fine. The x coordinate of each line is calculated to match the layout of the color rect nodes. Panel width, margin 40. This is calculated position of the axle position. Yeah. Using the same logic. Right. Okay. Panel width. Updating. Reloading the scene. Yeah. Since it's just like three functions, I'll just go ahead and make them each match properly. That makes sense. Okay, it doesn't, you don't need, I have to tell it, please don't provide code. Uh, Hurry up, get done. What? All right, let's go to script. Okay, that's good. Let's go to script. Let's go to date your lines. Okay. Oh, lines container? No. Huh. Justin start. There we go. Panel width right in here. It's gonna be in the same place, I guess. Here. Escape. Control B. And let's go ahead and see if that's all it needs to be done. Reload save scene. Yes, that worked fine. Okay. All right. And I can do this. I can actually do this with the inbound visuals. 40. That the no. Okay. You know what? Since I've already hold 6. Since I've already yeah, let's go ahead and take these out. Delete. No. Delete. Okay. Visuals. Do I not delete the door visuals? Oh, because we do it a different way, huh? All right. Okay, so 40, 40. And let's add thing to here too. And let's save scene. Good. Now they're all of those are out. Now, see if I can. Okay, so now let's do the margins. Let's see some here. This is not bad here, but I'm gonna do the margin. Okay. Let's double the margins here. No. Which one's this? Survey says update door lines. There we go. So let's make it at least, we'll make it 80 to start with. Save scene. Okay, twice seems okay, actually. Believe it or not. Hey, let's do that for all of them. Okay. Script. Find the next. Oh. Make that 80, and we'll find the next one. And we'll make that 80. Control S. Then reload save scene. And boom. Everything is back. Okay, that's correct. There. That looks fine. Okay. Okay, so what happens if I take the lines container and if I take the lines container and just reposition it, let's see what happens when I do that. So I can get an idea. Okay, lines container. Oh, it doesn't have a position. Oh, so its position is starting at 0, 0. What if I subtracted, oh, minus 40? Doesn't really matter. I just want to see what it looks like. It just means that all the lines will be shifted up, I think. Reload save scene. And that's correct, right? So all it does is move the lines up. Control Z, Control S. Don't need any code yet, but if somebody pinging me there in IRC. What? Being annoying? Okay. Change the position of the lines container, then all the lines move up. Can you explain to me how come the origin of the lines container silver skew? Sir, how long have you been coding for? I have been, well, you could say I've been doing it for 30 years, but I'm not. I'm not as good as it sounds. I'm not. I'm not 30 years worth of actual good programming experience. I've been doing this off and on for since high school. I've only been playing around with Redot, which is of course a fork of Godot. If you don't already know, um, and so I've only been messing around with Godot and with we'll say with GD script since like last year, technically since around I don't know, yeah, since middle of last year for GD script, and that's based on Python, and I don't really have much experience with Python. I've used it before a little bit, so as far as coding, I'm not that great. In fact, right now I'm just using Grok to actually help me figure some stuff out for the editor, and so I'm not even doing half of that programming myself. Even I'm trying to find a way of getting moving these lock icons out of the way here by somehow resizing it, but I didn't even think of I didn't even come up with the code myself. So I've been hobbying for years and years though. So various languages, various platforms. I started with Pascal in high school. I later on, I moved to C myself. I learned C myself, and then C++ a little bit, and then C Sharp a little bit, and ActionScript for a while, or ActionScript 3 basically for Flash, and then um, so just a bunch of different programming languages. I don't know if that answers your question, but hopefully it does. Okay, let's see something here. Lines container is above the line drawing. Is it just the position is relative to the origin? In other words, the lines are drawn below the origin. I guess, yeah, I guess I just answered my own question too. So the lines, they don't actually start from. Huh, interesting. was the thought. And the reason I'm using the AI is because I don't know that much about editor programming, for one thing. This is exactly like Godot 4.3. So it's essentially, since it's a fork, it's almost exactly the same. They it my my code and stuff runs on both projects, and this is just this is just more or less kind of a layout tool. I'm using the editor as a layout tool for my actual game, and my actual game uses this code, which I wrote most of this code, which is not very much code because it doesn't need very much for choose your own adventure. And if you don't know already, this will eventually be a regular point and click adventure game, but I'm starting with the simplest form of the adventure game, which is a choose your own adventure. And then each time I complete a phase, each time I complete the game in a certain phase, then when I move to the next phase, I'll take it and I'll rework it with new features, and I'll eventually evolve it into the full thing. So there's a lot of phases, and this phase one is taking a long time because of all this extraneous stuff that I've been doing here. Okay, let's go back to here. Grok is explaining why the certain thing, and I actually just answered my question, but I'll just let it tell me anyways. Uh, yeah. This contains origin and world tour. It's the same as line drawing, start position. Trials relative to custom line 2D nodes origin. In position. Okay. Why this happens relative to positioning. Okay. So probably I can change the container's position to be above the panel, above the inbound links. Above the inbound links, inbound visuals. Anyway, Silver Skew, welcome to the stream. Since I've never seen you before, which is awesome. It's awesome having new people pop in. And if you're still here, you can tell me how you heard about my channel or my stream, and then where you're watching it from. General idea. You don't have to get specific. Just, like country or state or province or whatever, where you're at. Let's see. Okay, so and then I can adjust the start positions, Y position down the same amount, so it still draws at the correct start and also end, I suppose. Need for a code, just let me know if I'm right. I have to keep telling it not to provide code because this one it blasts you with code, and it blasts you with this long explanations. You have to tell it no, keep it succinct, don't provide any code just yet, not until I ask for it, that sort of thing. Absolutely right. You change lines container's position to be above the panel. by setting the position Y a negative value. Then you can adjust the start and end position Y values by adding the same offset downward to compensate, ensuring the lines are still drawn to the correct positions relative to the door visual's container. This will move the like icons upward while keeping the visual positions of the lines unchanged. All right, and I can probably do that myself here. I try to do myself when I can, actually. So I don't. I'm not trying to let it do everything, but with this editor stuff though, it's just kind of a means to an end right now. Because my game is actually here. These are the rooms. There's 93 of them in JSON format, and I'm gonna have to start adding rooms and adding connections to actually make the game part of it. And I'm modifying the editor so that I can see the links of the different dailies, and I can have the doors represented and the inbound links also represented. So that I can just use this as a layout tool. Boop, boop, boop. Of course, they overlap anyways, depending on how far you are, but that's okay. The purpose is to get all these outside the yeah, get these outside the box here so it doesn't clutter the box up. Okay, update door lines. Okay, let's go to the door visuals. Let's do it down here. Update door visuals. Okay, we are going to want to had this before. Where's the no, I want door lines. What am I thinking of? Yeah. Okay, the door lines. Okay, the door lines container. That's what I want to do. Lines container. Let's take this off. And let's do a I don't know where I should put it. I guess I put it right here. Var uh y offset equals I don't know 40, just almost a random number, and then I can put this negative y offset. Now when I do this, it's going to move these up here. See. Oh darn it! I keep forgetting the debug. The output window is pretty filled up right now. Okay, and right. That's the container. Wait a minute, where's the lines container here? Okay, so let's change the offset. Let's make it like crazy. I don't care how far off it is or how far up. So let's make it 100 and reload save scene. Okay. Where's this? Okay, so let's go to the start position. And I'm not even sure that this isn't going to move the locks back into the position that I don't want, but we'll see here. Let's go to start position. Let's put adjusted start position plus Y. No, I can't do it like that. Visual X. Oh, I see. Adjust the start position dot X equals visual X. Adjusted start pause dot Y plus equals offset. So, okay, let's see what happens. Is it save scene? Okay. I need to do the same thing with the end. Yeah. That's actually at the right position too. Because this is over the line for sure, but it's anyways, yeah. So let's do the same thing with the Y. Uh I mean the end position. So the end position n plus Y plus equals Y offset. So, and let's go to scene, reload save scene, and it looks like everything is there correctly. So in a sense, these are, well, I don't know. It's got some kind of what's oh, that's right. This is actually for this line here. This is actually for down here when there's a line connecting to another room. I keep forgetting. I got 93 rooms already. That lays out the whole story. It doesn't have any choices yet, which I'm going to be working on here probably next week. But this looks about correct. And it does look kind of odd that it, like, this seems to be floating, but this is doing to help me is basically I'm able to look at the text here without the locks cluttering things up. Now it gets, when you get too far away, it's going to clutter it up anyways, but you can move these around. You can move some. Oop. Okay. So let me go full screen for just a moment. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Good. Let me grab a screenshot. let's take the whole window. Window, take screenshot, copy clipboard. It's now working correctly here. V. And it looks like let's see. See if there's a way I can tell zoom level, and that way I can thicken the lines up a little bit, depending on how far out it zoomed. Yes, you can get the zoom level. To the viewport. Suppose directly we can access it indirectly by interacting with the viewport settings. Editor interface. Directly getting the zoom level. Work around via. Maybe I'll have to not worry about that. I might just make the lines thicker. Possibly. Well, does it? Yeah. 2.0 means 7% zoomed in. You get zoom level by accessing the viewport's canvas transform and extracting the scale factor. In tool script like room, get the viewport, get the canvas transform, viewport canvas transform, extract the zoom level. It works in the editor. Might not account for additional transformations. And we actually added box icons. Visibility control did our yeah, read only didn't do that. Oh, pardon me. Hide icons based on zoom level. I was just thinking of thickening the lines the further away it was. But maybe I should just here. Let's try something. Set line. Um, custom line TD. Set line width. I made this. Let's make it 5. Let's just be bold here. Actually, that's not bad. I can actually leave it. And you know what? I think I'll just leave it like that. I just decided change the width to the 5. It looks fine. Alright. I think that's about it. I guess I'm done for now. Not actually done with the project, but with this aspect. Okay, so I got this working the way I want it to work. Everything's locked off. So that way, oh yeah, since I'm doing some cleanup, right? I'm gonna get rid of some of these debug prints because they're just getting too out of hand. Okay, let's do something here. So the first thing I need to do here is the process function. I need to remove the debug statements for that because that seems to be, or the draw line calls or whatever. So let's go do that. Oh, I was already there. Script. Script is what I want. Okay. Um, what's this? Okay, this one. That. Room. I wonder if I should just comment out some of those. The source would be kind of cluttered, but here, let's go back to this. Instead of removing the print, let's comment it out, and then same thing for this. If not this, not found. Not found. Skipping line for door. Okay, let's just we can comment this out right now. Skipping line for door. This can be removed. No door visuals available. Mismatch between doors. Door visuals container not found for room. Okay. Here, let's comment this out. And yes, you're right. I probably was falling asleep. What is something weird look on my eye? I think it's just the contrast or whatever. Makes my eye look weird. So yeah, if you see me falling asleep, it's because I am. Like I said, I don't know. I thought I got enough sleep last night, but evidently I haven't been. So I'm gonna have to make sure I get to bed even earlier if I can manage it. Okay, so skipping door lines for room. We can comment that out. Door visual position. Just inbound door found. Print color. Error. Print. Room is declared but never used. 81. Oh. if not editor map, then colon. Okay. That's just one I put in for myself. Create inbound room, position, debug positioning. A lot of these debug deals are something provided by Grok. Okay. Moved container due to no inbound links in. Alright, that's alright. Now let's take these out. Store visuals. Okay. Room door visual due to no doors in the room. Okay, that's alright. Okay. Let's do something here. Let's go ahead and now this isn't gonna. There's even less in the reloading part too. Okay, that seems to be okay. Okay, well, I'm actually a little short for my break today. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see if there's more of these here. Move door visuals in container. All right, okay, so let's just go to um okay, so room, enter tree, initializing room, inside tree. Print. Parent and owner is gone. Stack. Parent and the owner. I guess okay, this is all just all right. So that means here. Actually, well, we can get stack later. Here. Enter tree initializing is inside tree. Okay, and I'll just get rid of this parent and owner thing, which is probably something I added in here. $26 and $27. Huh. Okay. Well, we don't need an enter tree function then, because it's not actually doing anything. The only thing it was doing was printing some information, I guess. Ready. Room ready is inside tree. Let's do these. That's what I thought. Okay. Wait a second, where is... oh, that's correct. Door names append. Okay, so all this is doing now is just these printing out these things here. Set description, setting ID for room. Let's set ID for room. Label derived from ID. Okay. We don't want that in our output. Okay. Setting a new label for room. Print deferred. Okay, we can go ahead and do that. Updating the label name for room. Typically get node at path. Print. That's just an error, standard error. I wonder if I'm even using this. Am I even using this anymore? Delete. No, I'm not even using this anymore. Print error loading, inbound, description creating from JSON data, creating. Okay, let's remove a few of these print here's. Print. We can remove this whole color block. What else do that? That's not what we want. We want the print statements. We can delete the print statements because they were temporary. Okay, and created new door not valid after loading doors array. That's probably not necessary. All right, let's see what we got here. Scene, reload, save scene. Reload, save scene. Dictionary has 54. Visiting room. Okay. That means that we need to go into the editor map. Okay. On selection chains. Maybe I'll leave those just right now. Editor map tree. Exit tree. Clearing rooms. Let's go to exit tree. Alright, let's remove a lot of this crap here. Clearing. Oh. Looks about time for me to be done. Okay. I don't need to print. I need to print this. This. Rooms not found. We can leave the. I guess we can do rooms not found. We can leave that. Okay, holding the node. Exit tree finished. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Save scene. 567. All right, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take my break now, and then when I come back, I'm gonna continue commenting out debug output. So I don't have a bunch of clutter there in the output screen, in the output area. Okay, so thanks to everybody that stopped by so far, and I will see you after the break. Mute. Okay, see you in a bit. Oh, wait a second. What? I thought. What did I do? Did I turn off? Yeah, I turned that off. Why did I turn that off? I meant to turn off my mic while I was on the break. But I didn't, so that's okay. Whatever. Whatever. Right? And I am back. Backity back. Let's put this back up. And it's kind of funny. I suppose if I wouldn't have did the super secret streams, I would have, spent all day today getting stuff done. But then I might would have went over time anyways, and have to wait till next week. So I guess I like the fact that I got it done earlier. So today I can actually, okay. Well, right now I'm gonna, of course, let's do something here. Go all the way up to the top. Ignoring selection change during removal. Select the node. Currently selected node is out of room. I just want the loading stuff to be. Anyways, back. Backity back. Keep forgetting. It needs to stay. The dang cursor needs to stay where it was when I switched. When it switched, it's got to save the dang position. So annoying. Selection change. We're gonna leave that on button. Add but room pressed. We're gonna leave that. I'm going to let's go all the way to the top here. Let's first enter tree. Okay, let's go to enter tree because I have a feeling that I don't need any of that stuff here. Let's see something here. Print rooms node has, and probably this is probably purely for. Okay, so if this is probably purely for printing out. That. So I don't need that, do I? Okay, let's go ahead and reload. Now we're to 564, which is still not that much. Ready. Okay, let's go to ready. Ready has some stuff to do though, I think. So I think that's alright. Chunk that out. That out. That out. Chunk this out. Chunk. 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 Now, I might even completely remove them, but we'll see here. Holding node name. Loaded rooms. Call it, calling all little rooms. And I guess we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and reload save scene. Man, it's just inching. Let's go to the top again. Running load all rooms. Shoot, look at that. Look at all that. And this is per room. So if I chunk out some of this, error room is null. Okay. Adding room to rooms node. Added. Owner. Processing room children for doors. Child found. Detected is inside tree. Parent. Owner. Print. Else. Print, not a door. All doors processed. Doors array rebuilt. Setting editor map reference. There's a lot of crap here. What do you mean never used? Is door count only in the let's see. Door count, door get parent, owner set 2, door name. Wait a second, where is door count? Oh, I see. So that's an assignment. I don't know about that's weird. Okay. Reload save scene. Aha. Let's go to the top. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, let's see if this prints out too. Next. Okay. That's fully loaded. back itching. I can't really get behind there exactly. Pardon me. And sometimes I forget, I forget I'm like on camera, and so like I'm going to kind of sort of thing. Anyway, successful created door. Boom, boom. Inbounds. Adding inbound link from room data. Okay, that's all right. Checking for metadata for um metadata red. I can leave that in there. Visit room. Actually use visit room. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we got it down any further. Reload save scene. 190. Reconnected. Did I just do something? Oh. No, because this line custom save. Let's do that. Let's do it on, I guess, process, because we're doing process, aren't we? Process. Print. 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 Okay, 135. Getting down there now. Create a new door. The door. Okay, fine. No inbound links found. No inbound links found. Okay, so he didn't see that. Let's see how many people are actually in here. Uh, I mean, oh, one watching now. That's good. And technically, one watching here. That's good. That means nobody's in here, which is good. Although it's not good if somebody's. Okay. Hopefully, somebody is gonna see that. but it's on camera now. See what time is it? 2:30. Time I've been streaming 3:07. 3:07. Okay, running crate doors from specs. Just leave it like that. And okay, so okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna check this out. New tab. Here, rooms. We're gonna delete new location first. So the first thing we want to do is I want to delete. Control save. Scene. Save scene. Okay, that something's not right. What's not right? Why is it not? Okay, there's that. It deleted it. Save room data. New location should not be in here. Right? It's not in here. It's not in there. Is it in here? Save data. Right. New location shouldn't be in there. So when I reload save scene, it's not in here, right? Okay, so let's do this. Subtract door one. Okay, door one is still there. Save room data. Door one is just gone. Door one is gone. Scene, reload, save scene. Door one is still gone. Okay. See something here. I don't know if I can do this, but we'll see. Can I remove 3 of them? No, it only removes the one. I see. Two, three. So door 4. Only door 4 is gone. Okay, so we can only do one at a time. Do this. I wonder if that's something I should add on. Save room data. Good, good. Whoops. Reload, save scene. Okay, everything is good, right? Okay. Good, good, good. I don't know if I will worry about a multiple selection, just considering. Okay, so the question is, do I need to tweak anymore, or should I go ahead and start? I wonder if these are too big. Now, it's not too big for the text, but okay. Hebert, to go to Hebert Home. Hebert walks around his home examining spell books. Let's figure out the best course of action. Hubert goes to a large crystal ball, which allows him to see into different realms, and he searches for someone to help. Hubert then spots John, pulls up info about him, and then sees him enter a convenience store and grab a monkey bar. Hubert puts a silver ticket in the magic mailbox, which magically appears inside the wrapper. Okay. So let's see. Let's decide here. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm not stuck, but I am kind of I don't know. You know how it gets when you get to like a you get to a point. So I guess technically this would be a milestone, even though I didn't write it down as a milestone. I got the editor working pretty much the way I want to now, and I can make rooms and I can make connections now. And so now, starting next week at least, it'll be about actually making the game. Maybe I should call it. Maybe I should do it an early day today. I mean, I could. Uh, some cleanup, but editor done. So this is where I'll have to figure stuff out. You can't resize this, can you? Nothing to resize it with, huh? All right. Is there any spell books? Let's see. Because these are actually four statements. So he walks around his home, examining spellbooks, scrolls, and loose papers to figure out the best course of action. He goes to large crystal balls, allows him to see in different realms. He's searching for someone to help. He then spots John. And I'm wondering how much of this um, the question is, should I treat this as a single event where I make the choices off of this, or do I split this up into multiple pages? And that is the question. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I should ask Grok. Yeah, now I'm just sort of sitting around, kind of. I might just. You know how it is. I mean, you take so long, and then you're working on something, and then you're done. Your brain goes, "I'm done. We're done." I'm kind of doing that right now. I'm not done with my game, obviously. I'm not done actually working on it either. Just today, I'm kind of going. Yeah, maybe I should. I think I might. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna call that a day, honestly. So everything works like it's supposed to. At least, you know, I haven't really tested. I didn't do a thorough testing, but I'll be testing it as I go along. You know, because it can do pretty much what I want, even if it has bugs or whatever in it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do my little recording that I do, my end of stream recording. This says what I did for today. And even though I didn't do a whole lot, I did a few things, and you know, progress is still progress. Anyways, here goes. Okay, today is Friday, May 9th, 2025, and today it looks like I've finished everything I wanted to do with regards to the editor. Here, let's actually do this. Let's zoom out this a little bit. I went ahead and deleted those other rooms just because does everything I want to do. Mostly what I did today is here. Let's get this. Mostly what I did today is I moved the lock icons outside the room panels. So that way, these locks here on top are actually parents to these lines over here. The line that comes out. This is the container. This is the door container, which means this red square is of course, represents a single door. And I moved this and the inbound ones off this ways, and then of course this lock is actually two locks. One's the container for the lines, and then the other one's the line itself, and they're locked. And so now I don't have a problem. There's not a lot of clutter. And then of course, like I showed before, you can add a new room. You can make new doors. You can save the data. It saves JSON files. You can actually rename files, in a sense. Uh, change the IDs, and I should be able to make a game with this. And that's pretty much what I got done today. Oh yeah, I cleaned up a little bit of some script, and basically I didn't really even delete anything. I just um, commented out a bunch of print statements so that this doesn't get all cluttered. Um, Child found, door to door one type. Oh, there's something I didn't get. Okay, well, um, anyways, that's what I did today. Okay, let me get this before I close up here. Um, child found. Where's to pin the location to removed rooms? Child before removal. Child found. Uh, okay. Right. Moving child from scene tree. Okay. Selection cleared. Room ID. Else print. Huh. No ID. I'm gonna take this attempting to append off here too. I'll leave that on. This one and these child found. Clearing doors array. Removing child. Children remaining after removal. Room removed from scene tree. Okay. We can go ahead and do that. Currently selected room cleared. Removal process completed. Okay. And let's clear this out, and then let's go to 2D, and let's go to add a room. Okay. Let's go ahead and save room data. Okay, and then let's go ahead and we're going to remove this, right? And then we're going to save room data again. Deleted file. Okay, that's actually kind of okay. Okay, so good. That's pretty much it. All right. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Well, actually, I'll see you tomorrow. So I'll be doing some editing. But yeah, see you tomorrow. See you Monday if you're just interested in the game development, and hopefully on Monday I'll be starting actual development of the game. We'll get into it. Okay. Thank you for watching.